Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how to deal with women when they get totally emotional. How to be their source of masculine strength in their life, just like their fathers are or used to be. Or should have been, I should say. So he says, I got an email here, and he says, first of all, I'd like to say you're awesome. You saved my relationship after two different things. One, my girl dumping me after a needy woman-like phase on my part. My girl dumping me after I got drunk and I said the worst things to her. But right now, she's the one pursuing me and is getting more and more into me. Awesome, good fucking job for you. Taking action, reading up, realizing where you fucked up and where you were going wrong, and you took corrective action, and now she's acting totally appropriate. This is a beautiful thing. When you understand human beings and how they respond in relationships and what they emotionally respond to, I mean, literally, they're programmed just like salmon that swim upstream to spawn. He says, now there's a problem is that her brother is in jail and has a trial where a decision will be made on whether to release him or not. She really loves her brother and obviously will be really upset if he gets sentenced to imprisonment. He says, look up the political tension in Bahrain. I'm very familiar with it. He says it's a messed up country. He's like, yep, all those Muslim countries that are bass-backwards, that have had all these ruling monarchies that have been oppressing the people for decades, and the governments in Western society have been facilitating it because, hey, they're just going along with it because they want their oil, or they went to college. I mean, that's the crazy thing. All these ruling families and all of these different Muslim countries, they send their kids to go to school in the West, and so they go to Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Oxford. They all go to the same Ivy League colleges, and so they all get to know each other, and they all hang out together socially, and then when these guys grow up, and then they take over in their families, they're just maintaining, it's like fucking mafia. But the good news is, what I love about one of the things that Thomas Jefferson said, and I have on my website, he said, enlighten the people generally, and tyranny and oppressions of body and mind will vanish like evil spirits at the dawn of day. And so what I love about Facebook and iPhones and iPads and computers and the internet is that people are finding out the truth of what's really going on in their countries, not only in these Muslim countries, but over here in America. We're starting to see how fucked up our political class is. These fucking jerk-offs that run our country. They all go to the same colleges, and in front of the cameras, they're all fucking yucking it up and hating each other, but behind closed doors, they're all fucking drinking and partying together and going to fundraisers together and yucking it up together and all this fucking nonsense. And these are the fucking weak, the most pathetically weak fucking people you will ever meet in your life. If you ever had a chance to be around, like I have, some of the people that run our country, that are running our government, it's only a few thousand of them. They're the fucking weakest, most pathetically inept people, the most fucked up, morally corrupt people you will ever meet in your life. And what's great about it is more and more people every day are realizing it. They're stepping up. They're running for government. They're demanding change. They're creating pages on Facebook. They're taking to Twitter. And they're overturning these fucking totally piece of shit corrupt regimes and returning the power to where it belongs, which is to the people. And there's a lot of turmoil. A lot of people are giving their lives for it. A lot of patriots are losing their lives over this. But 50, 100 years from now, we won't be putting up with this fucking bullshit where these people in Congress or in corrupt governments are projecting their fucked up view of the world onto us and making us live our lives or follow laws that these jerk-offs themselves aren't having to follow. So I would say it's just simply a matter of time. So he says, I'm not sure how to react when she gets upset or if her brother gets imprisoned. And all that you can really do in this particular situation is be a masculine source of strength with her. So if it ends up happening where he's politically imprisoned and he goes to jail and she cries about it, all you can do is listen to her, get her to talk. Say, tell me more, baby. What else? Don't leave anything else. How else did this make you feel? What do you think about the whole thing? And just let her talk. Don't try to solve her problem. Get her to express her emotions. Get her to talk. Get her to open up to you. And when she gets to the point where she's worked it out, and because women work through their problems by talking about them, and the more you get her to talk about it, there'll come a point where she'll just get to a point and she'll go, oh, I feel so much better, honey. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad we talked. I love you. But she may be a total basket case the next day, and you just have to keep doing the same thing over and over, whether it's the stuff with her brother or something else. If you're going to be in a relationship with women who are emotional beings, you got to get them to talk about their problems, because if you've ever watched a bunch of women together, they talk about each other's problems, and you'll notice that they're not solving them. They're just sitting there listening to and relating to each other, because women relate to each other emotionally through sharing their problems and talking about them. And it's in talking about their problems that they resolve their problems in their own way. And if she wants your advice, or you're unsure whether or not she wants your advice or she wants you to listen, simply ask her. Say, do you want my advice, or do you just want me to listen? And she'll tell you. She'll come right out and say, no, I just want you to listen. And just say, okay, baby. And just get her talking. That's what you got to do. And if she asks for your advice or your opinion, ask her, do you want my opinion, or do you just want me to listen? If she says, I'd like your opinion, then give your opinion on it. Tell her what you think she should do. But most of the time, she's just going to talk about her problems and her issues, and that's how she works through them. So one of the things I'm going to leave you with, one of the things that Thomas Paine said, he said, it is the duty of the patriot to protect his country from his government. And I would take that a step further. I would say, it is the duty of the patriot to protect his country from the corrupt people in government. Because I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family that work in all branches of government, and there's a small percentage, we're talking like 0.5% of, most of the people that work in government, they're patriots, and they love their fucking country. Even in these countries like Bahrain or Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of good, honorable people that serve in their government, that serve in their military, and the overwhelming majority of them are honest, good people. And unfortunately, it's just the ones at the top, that like 0.5%. Like in our own government, we're talking, there's a few thousand people in D.C. that are making decisions for all 300 million of us Americans. And it's the same way all over the world. And the beauty of it is with the internet and with Twitter and Facebook and social networking, people are starting, you can't hide bullshit. It's even going on in China. It's amazing what's going on over there. When people, they're tired of fucking corruption, and they're looking at the Chinese government, they're saying, you need to deal with these fucking jerk-offs. You guys appointed these people, and they're fucking stealing us blind. And so they're protesting, they're rising up, and the central government is actually doing something about it. They're actually showing up, and they're putting these jerk-offs in jail, and they're punishing them for it. Because at the end of the day, we surround them. There's 6.5 billion people on the planet. There's maybe a couple 10,000, 20,000 people that are corrupt and running all of the governments of the world. Not that they're all connected, but it's just you got morally compromised people, and they came up because the system was compromised a long time ago. So that's something to think about. So if you have a question you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a link that will take you to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. You don't have to have a Kindle device to read my book. All you have to do is download one of their free Kindle e-reader apps. They got them for Android smartphones, iPhones, Mac, PC, iPad, any device you want to read it on. They got an app for it already. Download it. It's free. It takes a matter of seconds to install it. Once you got it installed, it only takes a few more seconds to complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.